Good evening, YouTube, Facebook. This is Chandler from Classic Hair Services. I just want to share with you guys my end of the day thought. I had a good day today, just got back. It's raining outside and just got through serving a customer that I added on, a repeat customer who's used me several times. So anytime my regular customers call me, I try my best to accommodate them because that's the foundation of my business. So that's very important to me. And they greatly appreciate it, and I just keep maintaining them as a customer. But I was just thinking after I left my last customer, today has kind of been a inspirational day for me. I was thinking, wow, of some of the things that I've accomplished and that I've done over the last few years, and where I've come from, and where I'm at now, and the future that I look forward to having. I just want to say thank you to the carpet cleaners. You guys have made me. You've created me. You've propelled me up. And what I mean by that is the things that I heard from my customers today really put me in a deep thought. I'm gonna start with one customer today, my second customer today. I was loading my truck, and the husband was out back grilling, smoking, drinking beer, and he comes out and he said, "Forgive me, what was your name?" I told him my name, Chandler, obviously. He like, "Oh yeah," and he shook my hand. And he said, "You know, my wife was very happy with your services, and you know, that's why you're back out here again. You know, I just cleaned their white cotton sofa. They have a twin white cotton sofas facing each other. Very difficult to clean because they were very soiled, turning yellow. That's what cotton does. And I'm just trying to correct it, trying to make the best of it. But anyways, so they called me back out to clean the other one after I had cleaned the first one maybe a month ago. And he said something that really tweaked my spirit, really touched my spirit. And I don't think he realized it, but he was like, you know, my wife was very happy with you. And he said, you know, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but, and he says, "Is this a franchise?" I say, "No, I'm the owner." He said, "Wow, Chandler, you know, I'm retired and 40 years in the construction business, and it's hard to find people who really take what they do serious." And he says, "What I'm trying to say is thank you for protecting my home. Thank you for the way that you treat my home. You know, my wife called back the way you set up, the way you are detailed, the way that you take care of the walls, the way you take care of the floor, how you clean the upholstery. I want to say thank you for taking care of my home." He said that that's very difficult to find. And he goes on to tell me some experiences that he's had in the past, but he said that's very difficult to find. And of course they asked, "Do you have other trucks? Do you have other guys working?" And I explained my business model, and he was like, "Man, I'm just so happy and thankful. You know, I'm happy for you for what you have going on, and that you got something good going on." So that's what the second customer said. He thanked me, and also as he thanked me, if you're grateful to somebody, typically we give. He gave me a $20 tip, and I said, "Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. You know, buy you dinner." He said, "But I really appreciate what you did." You know, so I go to the next customer. And this customer, I didn't know what he did for a living, but I've served him 3 times. And high-end customer, you know, probably above average, you know, and probably top 20% probably of income earners, I'm sure, just from where they live. And, you know, and I've done several homes for them, and they've all been over $3 million homes. So he came outside to pay me because I did just one room for them. The dog had an accident. I just went over there and took care of it. And he was like, Chandler, this is a new truck, right? I was like, yeah, it's a new truck. You know, I go into my little spiel about it and everything. And he said, well, he asked me how much it cost, and I told him. And said, he began to ask me if you put another one like that on the road. Of course, some people say that, how much it would make and what would be the cost, and and on and on. Make a long story short, he is a franchisee, and he's had stores from St. Louis, and then specifically in restaurants. He's had stores from St. Louis all the way to Florida, you know, the Northeast, in the South, in the Midwest. Um, he's a franchisee, and he's owned many restaurants around the country, and he's looking for a business to franchise. And what that had to do with Classic Care. And so he told me, he said, Chandler, when I pulled up to my house, now, mind you, it was dark, raining. He said, when I pulled up to my house, I saw your truck, and it really stood out. He talked about the design of the wrap. He said, that is an incredible, powerful marketing tool that you have there. He said, because you really stand out. And he says that, you yourself, what you do, the work that you do, when you get out of the truck, he said that in his mind, when he sees someone like me, it automatically put me in the top percentile. He said that already separates you from everybody else. Everybody else that we can think of who we will call, just your presence and what your truck looks like and your presentation, which he says it separates you immediately. Before I even do any work. They already see me as separated from the average cleaner. So that's why I'm saying thank you, carpet cleaners. Because as a fine fabric specialist, I do what you do. I clean carpets. I clean fine carpets, and I also clean cheap carpets. But I clean carpets. So I do what you do, but I also do what you're not willing to do. Many cleaners are not willing to take care of someone's home like their own because they're in a rush. But when I tell you customers notice that and customers appreciate that, that's how you get back into someone's home. Not just taking care of the home, but because they know you care, that customer will call you back over and over and over again, whether the job is perfect or not. I've told carpet cleaners before, in videos and in person, I clean for acceptability, not perfection. As you move to the highest levels of understanding what you do, your philosophy and your understanding of what you do begin to change. So perfection is for ignorance. So as you come out of ignorance into wisdom and understanding, you realize that perfection is not something that you can reach because you're always growing and learning. So I've left perfection behind and I'm reaching for acceptability. Because this is not perfect. I'm not perfect. The only thing to be perfect is my effort. My effort is perfect. And people feel that, see that, receive that, and that propels me to a different level than the average carpet cleaner, or cleaner in fact, because I'm willing to do what you're not willing to do. So these customers today, I had another customer, and I said, well, if you needed to drop something off at my shop, would you do it? Would you bring in any pieces that you're having some problems with, any fabric you're having a problem with? Would you drop it off at my shop? And she said, Chandler, with your reputation, I drive clear across town to come to your shop. Yes, it's convenient to be in my neighborhood or something close, but when you have a strong reputation and because we know the quality work that you do, that you're going to do, we'll drive to you. So she was saying that reputation is important and what people are willing to do. to hire somebody with a good, strong reputation and who they can trust. So that was another customer I got today. So thank you, carpet cleaners. You created me. Because in the realm that I work in, there's very little competition. Very little competition. So each person I come in contact with, I'm getting a really good feedback from my customers. They're reproducing after themselves. Everybody doesn't call you back, but I'm getting a high percentage of people referring me and calling me back, and my network is growing. But I'm going to continue to do the things that other people are unwilling to do, that high-end customers or customers that deserve to get a high-end treatment, that have good expectations, willing to pay what you ask to pay, and they want the best service possible. I'm the guy, and you can be the person to do it as well. The opportunity is out there. Unfortunately, people are blind to the different worlds around us. I have shared this with people, a few people, but we operate in different worlds. Chandler has a world, you have a world, your neighbor has a world. We all operate in different worlds, different realms, within the same world that we all share. And I won't go into much detail about this, but I'm just giving you an example. I have moved into a realm that I didn't have access before. And that is the access to fine fabric restoration and care, upholstery, rugs, problem solver, carpet maintainer. These are the things I do that has propelled me in a realm, and then you add in discipline, responsibility, experience, and then willing to receive correction. Now I get people who have access to that same realm, trusting me, calling me, referring me, leading me into areas I never had access to before. So now I'm in a world, a circle, a realm that a carpet cleaner can come to Atlanta and market millions of dollars and could never get in that realm, could never get in that circle. Because guys, one of the secrets to the elite and to the high end is not marketing. It's relationships, it's experience, it's longevity. It's producing quality for a long time. So won't go into that here, but I'm just giving you some of the things about people say I'm high end, but you're always talking about you got to market, get leads. You're not really high end, because the higher end you are, the less marketing you do. That's the way it works. So thank you, carpet cleaners. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do what I do. And last point I want to make, people get the passion from me. I get excited when I talk about upholstery. But guys, you think I woke up one day and just said, I want to do upholstery? I love doing upholstery. No. Upholstery was the opportunity in my area that I just took advantage of. And with knowledge, experience, wisdom, experience meaning mistakes, successes, learn from your mistakes, I learned and got excited and more confident about fine fabrics. That create that passion in me. So now I'm passionate about it. Because I know when I set up, it's just a matter of me running through my process, running through my knowledge. Everything about me comes out. The classes I took, the experiences I have, what worked in the past, what did not work. My agent knowledge, what agent I choose, what's the next one that I choose. If that one doesn't work, if that one works, I stay with it. If it doesn't work, I go to the next one, and I go to the next one. Then I may have to go all the way back to the first one, understanding all those agents and how to use them properly for what stain you're dealing with or what type of fabric you're dealing with. That's that passion come out of me. All that's from learning and getting excited about an opportunity that I had. Everybody in the city doesn't have carpet. Everybody has upholstery. So this is just thank you, carpet cleaners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you truly want to become above where you are, ask your customers, how do your city see you? Don't lie to yourself. How do your customers view you? Do they view you as unique, elite, the best, special, different? If you shut your business down today, would your city miss you? If you shut your business down today, will the world that you operate in, would it go lacking? Would there be a need to be filled? If so, you're on the right track. You guys have a good evening.